We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Senator Imee Marcos wants to include the pledge of service arrangements in scholarship programs for nurses. The lawmaker is seeing the measure as a win-win solution to ensure the educational security of the nursing students and a steady workforce for the country. Aside from this, Marcos also urged Congress to set the minimum salary of Filipino nurses in private hospitals at 35,097 pesos and for the Department of Health to prioritize their regularization. She adds the Department of Budget and Management should rethink its policy of excluding contractual nurses from the salary upgrade. Marcos said Congress can also give permanence to healthcare workers' special risk allowances, which will expire when the state of public health emergency ends on December 31. As of September 30, the DOH noted a shortage of about 106,000 nurses in the country. The Hamburg-based survey and statistics firm Statista reported that the country only had 8.03 nurses for every 10,000 Filipinos, which is only 29% of the ideal nurse-to-patient ratio as stated in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has been ordered to come up with a priority list for the allocation of the $100 million military aid to be provided by the United States. Defense Officer in Charge Undersecretary Jose Faustino Jr. said the military aid will be used through the AFP modernization program. Faustino said that they are still reviewing all Horizons 1 and Horizon 2 modernization projects. He said the government is trying to come up with a recalibrated modernization list that includes equipment or platform requests of the Air Force, Navy, and the Army. He said they are making the list realistic and affordable by the government. U.S. Ambassador to Manila Mary Kay Carlson earlier said the military aid to be provided by Washington, D.C. would help offset Manila's canceled Mi-17 heavy-lift helicopter deal with Russia. Faustino said the U.S. and other countries have offered to supply heavy-lift helicopters in place of those offered by Russia. At least 120 pedicab drivers and ambulant vendors in Intramuros, Manila received over 1 million pesos in livelihood assistance from the government. Officials of the Department of Labor and Employment and the Department of Tourism handed over the grant in a ceremony at the Plaza Roma. This was made through the DOLE Integrated Livelihood Program in partnership with the DOT for the Trabajo Turismo Ascenso Job Fair Program. The beneficiaries received a livelihood enhancement and food carts known as Negosyo sa Kariton, a project that helps ambulant vendors grow a profitable and sustainable business. Labor Secretary Bienvenido Laguesma also said the beneficiaries will be trained in service quality and receive standardized uniforms, brochures, and other tourism paraphernalia. Meanwhile, the project's proponents are also looking to provide such a program to more tourism-oriented communities. A kindergarten teacher is bringing smiles to netizens with her unique and delightful attendance roll calls for her students. The teacher hopes her strategies would make school time more fun and productive as learners return to face-to-face classes. Stephanie Sevillano has a story.
I love you, Stephanie. I love you, Maxim.
Is there anything sweeter for kids than to start their day with I love yous? This warm norm has been uniquely set by 30-year-old kindergarten teacher Eugene Gazingan Abrasha. Netizens can't also help but appreciate her remarkable and inspiring attendance strategy. The video unsurprisingly went viral with almost 3 million views and 14,000 shares. Beside her sweet roll call, the kids also enjoyed the Darna Attendance Challenge.
Jackson ang bato!
Darna!
John Sebastian ang bato!
Darna!
For teacher Yujan, setting a safe and sweet space for children at school is a must, especially following the 2 years halt of face-to-face setup.
Tuwing tinatawag ko po sila ng love o tuwing ina-I love youhan po natin sila, parang mas nagba-brighten up po yung day nila. Mas nagiging maliksi, maligalig, at mas na-e-engganyo po sila na pumasok araw-araw, na mag-join o nagawin yung mga iba't ibang activities namin sa classroom.
Besides her sweet personal preference, teacher Eugen insisted that providing a loving, secure, and validating environment helps boost the learners' morale and enthusiasm. However, the pandemic lockdowns have undeniably brought some challenges to learners, hence the need for strategies.
Dahil for 2 years, medyo nakulong po sila sa tahanan nila, at saka medyo nabawasan at nalimitahan yung experiences na dapat ay napagdaanan na nila nung sila ay 3-4 years old bago pumasok sa kindergarten. Pero hanggat maaari, yung mga self-help skills ay kayanin na po nila. So yun po yung importance ng bibigyan mo sila ng opportunities sa loob ng classroom. Hindi lahat spoon feeding.
And since positivity has been her promotion, even during the Mental Health Month as celebration, she shared some self-care tips for teachers and parents in hopes of sharing the fun to learners.
Magpahinga, ngumiti, at lagi po nating tatandaan na sa lahat ng mga bagay na nangyayari, mabuti man o maganda, ay may mga lessons or may positive side po tayong makukuha dito.
Just like her, the Department of Education or DepEd has been promoting socialization or positive behavior among learners. This includes giving encouraging notes to kids, sharing, and even accomplishing random acts of kindness.
I love you, Stephanie.
For the Pna Newsroom, I am Stephanie Sevillano.
And that's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radio Pilipinas RP1. I'm Marita Muaje. We tell stories that inspire change.